my goodness! Land of Dawn, here we go. Early action here. Falcon Esports and Team Falcons. Arashi, you almost robbed your heart.
What?
It's like you, oh my god.
I wasn't ready, man. We jumped into the action real quick. But I guess that's how you want to do it if you're playing the Theramis. You got a built-in healing from your passive. When you collect the souls, you got HP, but man, that came out of nowhere.
Oh, it's round 2, folks. Will it end in the second round, or will we go to the third round? Team Falcons, though, early on already spent, Ogwin spent his Revitalize there early just to be safe.
Master Assassin for both gold laners, though. They're going to be going head-to-head, trying to get some domination, because Carry is a late-game marksman, but at the same time, not the worst of laning phases, right? With ways to really disengage, poke, and harass. For the rest of them, though, I mean, wow, this is going to be the Badang in the EXP lane, by the way. So already an interesting development. Shevin would say that the laning of the Badang is absolutely terrifying. So Royal Milk better be careful this time.
Let's see here. Will he struggle actually here? Nothing too crazy apart from that first minute, but no first blood here. So let's see here. First turtle, will it fall to Team Falcons again, or this time Falcon Esports? Will they have a say? Seems like both teams, Falcon, they want to poke, and that is few, already half HP. Ooh, does seem like Falcon Esports here has a more firepower, but Hot Easy on the other hand, very calm. Dex this time will steal the turtle, and that will be the first blood as well, falling for Falcon Esports. Flap Teasy very low, silence, and that is Team Falcons just dismantled as Dax collects the double and almost the triple as Kid X was able to find that cheeky kill.
All-out win for Falcon Esports, man. Getting the neutral objective, getting the initial jump on Team Falcons as well. I mean, Flap Teasy, before things even got anywhere, he was just chunked down, barely to any HP at all. This is what I was concerned about. Teams with the Theramis have sustain, have 2 HP bars, but do they have enough damage, right, to actually make use of all that? You know, usually they would wait a bit longer to have a reliable source of DPS. The first turtles are actually the more risky ones for teams that want to run this Theramis.
Definitely, and it does seem like from that first turtle at least, that might be an outplay. Flap Teasy, what the heck, Royal Milk still able to sustain that one without even spending his flicker. So that's good calculation in the middle lane though. Oh, Falcon Esports already committing bodies. Waiting for the right target here as Benny is funneled gold here. Mid clear and top lane clear as well.
Benny is really actively rotating given gold. I feel like that's fine, particularly because PX7 on the Aurora already has 3 assists. I think he can afford to actually donate a bit of his income. And I mean, for now, right, there isn't really any need for him to actually power farm technically, because the Aurora does a lot of damage by default due to the kit, right? Kind of spammable. First skill technically has an extra bit of damage after the initial burst of damage. So we'll have to see now with a 4-man rotation here, Team Falcons sticking together for the most part, which allows Falcon Esports to actually have a bit more of a, movement, a roam advantage, which we did not see in game number 1.
Yeah, better comfortable spacing here. Better spacing from the side of Falcon Esports. And that is almost a steal from the side of Dax there. Retribution, no retribution from the side of Team Falcons. That's info. And potentially Falcon Esports will get the second turtle comfortably.
And you see this pattern again and again. Royal Milk just all the way in the front, but look at this, man. Falcon, can they get some more?
That's a good stun, and now with the Nether Realm here, Ogwen trying to survive. He will fall in the hands of Benny as Dax will claim Fuse life. Now, Team Falcons, they are in trouble. As take a look at the jungles already here, claimed by the side of Falcon Esports. Luckily, he has the retribution now, the mid-turret in the mid lane. Tier 1 will fall. No compensation whatsoever from the side of Team Falcons.
This is looking quite dangerous, man. Falcon Esports, they're getting that snowball that they want, and Dax definitely can carry on this joy. We do know it's an assassin, but at the same time, late game Joy's damage, it's enough to melt even tanks. And Team Falcons trying to make a play, potentially catching Dax off guard. But yeah, they're still trying to find whatever they can. Pressure-wise though, especially with that mid lane turret taken by Falcon Esports, they gotta be a bit more careful.
They really do. They really do. Let's see here. I'm thinking what Team Falcons, what's their window here, right? I believe all they need to do now is just focus and funnel the goal to Super Marco, right?
Super Marco, I mean, that's one way to do it. Especially if Super Marco does have the necessary items to be a real threat. There isn't really a lot of ways for Falcon Esports to lock him down with his mobility. But again, with a Joy in the hands of Dax, it might still be quite dangerous for Team Falcons to just rely completely on Super Marco. But if you take a look at the items here, Thunderbolt is completed for Flapteasy. He's going to be trying to stack that up. But with the teams already roaming around, the laning phase is over. He can't stack it that easily anymore.
Let's see here. That's a good pull from the side of Team Falcons. Golden Staff already inside of Benny's arsenal. So extra attack speed as well. Good. I guess Falcon Esports, they're good at like waiting for the right moment here. When to pull the trigger. They know they are in control. So no rush here to commit on towards a team fight.
They might want to ignore the turtle and go for kills instead. That might be what they require to get back in this game.
Yep, Dax here, smelling blood, NetherRealm already committed. Now, with the rhythm of joy, it's actually Benny who will secure the kill alongside PX7. But Benny claiming extra gold with the double. Top lane though, that will be the only trade as the neutral objective will still fall for Falcon Esports. So that's perfect turtle this time for the Myanmar team.
And Team Falcons are just doubling down on having that full-on 4v4 team fight technically without Super Marco. It's only the first start of the game for them though, but look at this, PX7.
Oh, flicker out of position. I guess this is a mistake here. An overextension punished by Super Marco and friends. Now, Kid X, will he be able to get out? Oh, this time he is still able to space out of danger. But Team Falcons here, they're saying, hey, if you're overextend, if you overcommit, we will be here and punish.
Looking at the GOAT leaderboard, Benny, after the funneling, is just all the way up there. But Super Marco, surprisingly, only 1k gold. But look at this, whoa!
That is the Holy Crystal for Dax.
That is Holy Crystal for Dax, indeed. Fortunately, he wasn't around right there. Benny, man, walking alone past the river against Team Falcons right
Bold
there.
move.
Right into the fist of Flapteasy. That was quite dangerous. Forces him to use his flicker. But look at this now, Kid X.
Yogwim though. Now Kid X actually punished a little. Now it's gonna be Royal Milk. Oh, that's a good freeze on towards Sue. And Dax will happily oblige, taking a kill for Hatsu. That's a wave dragon on towards Super Marco, and you can say good night to Super Marco. Few in trouble, no spells activated, and that is Royal Milk just wreaking havoc. That's a double. Benny claims the mega, and that is Falcon Esports saying a statement here in game 2.
The Way of the Dragon, accurate right onto Super Marco. And Falcon Esports, yes, they lost 2 members, but all of the important ones, the strong EXP lane Royal Milk, the late game threat Benny on the carry, and Dax on this Joy, are just completely untouched. The selection of heroes to actually tank the turret there was just perfect. Now Team Falcons are nowhere to be seen on this Lord. I don't think they can get there in time to even find anything.
Oh my goodness, Team Falcons. Looking for an angle here. Iron Fist committed.
Whoa.
No follow-up though. Flapteasy goes down first. It's not a good sign here for Team Falcons, 5v4. And now they're in the jungles of Team Falcons here. Falcon Esports here soaring higher than Team Falcons in the second game. And they're looking for more. Way of Dragon committed on towards Fuel. Good airborne. But this time Super Marco seems like he has his items just to create an influence in the next minutes.
Can't count Team Falcons out just yet though. They're definitely behind by a massive margin. But in the end, it's only 1,000 gold difference earlier between the 2 gold laners. And Super Marco, one of the best to do it in the gold lane on the Moskov that definitely scales well He doesn't have the same kind of true damage or shred that the carry has, but in a proper 5v5, he can actually hit multiple people at the same time. That's a factor that they have to that Falcon Esports have to consider if they want to go for an aggressive maneuver in the base here.
Yeah, they really gotta be careful here. This is the first Lord, so no charge. Base turret in the bottom side, though, should be the main priority because the Lord is in the top area. Ooh. Will they be able to crack that turret? That's going to be damage from Dax here. Very low and is able to escape. Never mind. Super Marco finds an angle to shut him down. He claims the double. He might go for the triple as Benny will find the flicker. Wave Dragon on towards Super Marco, and that will be Super Marco the lead it again. Good recovery, not just by Falcon Esports, but also Team Falcons.
But look at this, man. Royal Milk and Dax both taken out. Particularly the shutdown onto Dax was secured by Super Marco with a beautiful Spear of Destruction. But I feel like afterwards, it seemed like there was a chance to just go all the way with it, but the Way of the Dragon turns out was still available. That is unfortunate, but in the grand scheme of things, that is a lot of good things happening for the side of Team Falcons. Looking at the items once again right here, already a Win of Nature available.
Wow. Along
with the Trinity, so the damage is definitely already there. For the Faramis too, the glowing one is gonna make sure that he can apply that shielding reduction as well to everyone from Falcon Esports. It's not looking that, I mean, it's still a 5,000 gold lead, almost 6,000, but all things considered, it's not looking too bad. I feel like Team Falcons has shown that there are options here. There are chances available to them.
I mean, definitely, right? I mean, again, with the spike that Super Marco has, it's more than enough to at least be a threat here. Regardless, Falcon Esports has a 5,000 gold lead. One big team fight. If Team Falcons gets it, yeah, they will neutralize in the gold department. And that is why Falcon Esports, they're also picking their battles here, not opening things up too crazy. But the Magic Sentry has been committed here. Bentley in a very, very awkward position, almost threatened there. That's a good, that's a Purify.
Wow.
That's a Purify spent though, I believe, from Fuel. So that's info again. Falcon Esports waiting on their cooldowns. And it does seem like they have a slight advantage knowing from that trade.
The Lord's going to be blitzed down immediately. Benny is doing way too much damage. No contest from Team Falcons at all. That wasn't just the Purify, man. That was the Netherrealm as well. And still, despite all that, the fact that he got tagged by that Frigid Glacier just deleted him. PX7 is doing a ton of damage right now.
You're right, you're right. And now this is the second chance here for Falcon Esports to try be on the offense and perhaps crack their mean base.
Yeah.
Let's see.
With the Lord on the bottom side, what's the idea here? 3-wave push?
Yeah.
You know, or they can actually, I think they feel confident enough to just go for 3 individual fights if they want to. But for now, let's see Team Falcons here. Is there anything they can do to kind of stall out the waves? You know, because the wave management here is what's most important with the Lord.
Let's see here. I mean, with the Faramis, your high ground isn't that good, but you have Moskov, you have Super Marco, who has collected his main priorities item. Kaltizi opening things up. Where's Pathway committed? That's Frigid Glacier on towards Fuel. Good night to Fuel. And ladies and gentlemen, the main base is wide open. Team Falcons, can they defend here? Lore taken care of, but that is Dax jumping in, claiming a body. Kaltizi goes down, and ladies and